Hello ladies and gents, welcome to the channel. We've got a video on the book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Now, this is interesting. We've got some rumours of a returning character, a fan favourite in fact, rumoured to be showing up in the show. So if you don't want any spoilers, click off today's video. It comes from a relatively reliable source. They have been right about some things in the past, quite a lot of stuff actually, so take it with a pinch of salt. But it remains to be seen. We'll have a look. Book of Boba Fett, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And now that this character has potentially been revealed as popping up in the show, I think it works. It makes sense. And also, it's one of those things which will potentially help people want to, tune into the show. So again, you've been warned about spoilers. Let's just get into it right now. So this is over on StarWarsNewsNet.com. And they basically reveal that the fan favourite character is set to appear in the show, Grogu, basically. Alright, so Grogu, okay? Now, let's just take a look at the full article, and then we'll get into the thoughts and theories about whether that is good or bad. But the article states that we're less than 3 weeks away from the premiere of the highly anticipated return of the bounty hunter, Boba Fett. The explanation of his backstory, what really happened after his unfortunate near demise in the Return of the Jedi, and his resurrection in The Mandalorian. Recently, we've heard a very interesting rumour that a fan favourite character could return in the upcoming Disney Plus series focused on the whereabouts of the infamous bounty hunter turned crime boss. So there is no argument that one of the biggest surprise Star Wars revelations in the first season of The Mandalorian was the existence of a little baby Yoda that we all now know as Grogu. The second season of The Mandalorian sealed the fate of the little fella as one of the most beloved new Star Wars characters. I think everyone absolutely adores Grogu. He's awesome. I've got a little handmade Grogu figurine, like an actual almost life-size replica, I think. We've heard from a credible source that Grogu was spotted on some crew merchandise used for the Book of Boba Fett. Now, the crew merchandise is usually produced in very small quantities and is meant for special people involved with the project. On rare occasions, there is merch produced in even smaller quantities, and we believe the Grogu merch was one of them. Now, it's really important to note is that stuff is actually just for the crew itself, right? And there does tend to be a lot of spoilers on those things. So when you hear about crew merchandise, a lot of people instantly go, well, who cares about that? Like, what's the point? It's actually how we learn what the Matrix was called, because there was a wrap-up party and there was some crew merchandise given out at that wrap-up party, which revealed to us the Matrix was called the Matrix Resurrections, until, of course, it was then confirmed later down the line, that it was called the Matrix Resurrections officially. So it's one of those things that we, don't poo-poo it, is the point. Don't poo-poo it, because they do tend to reveal quite a lot of stuff. Now, in terms of the article continuing, it says, knowing that there is official Grogu merch from the Book of Boba Fett, we've reached out to sources trying to find out if we can expect to see the little green fella in the series. So again, remember, ladies and gents, merchandise is just one thing, but then going further to that and doing some actual journalism, which mainstream media doesn't do anymore because, they suck PPs. That's what Star Wars Newsnet did, and then obviously asked, hey, look, we've heard this. Is he going to turn up? What's the deal? And they've had confirmation that we will actually see Grogu in the Book of Boba Fett. Now, it's interesting, they just say a glimpse. We're just going to get a glimpse of Grogu. Now, I think that would actually make a lot of sense, because who's got Grogu? Where is Grogu? Well, not exactly. They're not exactly. They don't love one another, do they? Let's be honest. Who took Grogu, and who the Book of Boba Fett is about. Obviously, Boba Fett versus Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker. Probably not the best thing for them to meet up against one another again. Unless, of course, it's Boba Fett apologising and going, I'm so sorry for, trying to kill you, and then killing myself, almost, in the process, like a bit of an idiot. So, yeah, it makes sense that they're just going to have him rock up as a glimpse. But it's interesting to see how they'll do that. Maybe it'll literally just be a post-credits. Maybe it'll be a flashback. Maybe it'll be... because we have rumoured that Pedro Pascal's The Mandalorian will actually pop up in the Book of Boba Fett. So maybe it will be to do with that. Maybe we will see just a little bit of The Mandalorian and then them sort of interacting in that fashion. Who knows? The appearance of Grogu in the upcoming Disney Plus series is really not that far-fetched, the article notes. Knowing how popular the character is, yeah, it makes sense. They're going to milk that until the cows come home. And why not? You know, it's a popular character. We want to see more of him. So yeah, of course. And the article then continues further and says, and the fact that the Book of Boba Fett is in ways a sequel to The Mandalorian Season 2, because it is. I mean, it literally... is a sequel narrative-wise. Obviously, we change our point of view character, but we are telling a story, at least linearly in a timeline. Yes, about another character, but it's still a sequel in timeline fashion. Once being referred to as The Mandalorian Season 2.5. Still, we want to stress out that this is just a rumour for now. It, of course, has not been confirmed by Disney and or Lucasfilm, so please be cautious with your expectations and enjoy the ride. I doubt this will be confirmed, in fairness. I doubt it will be confirmed at all. It's incredibly unlikely that they're going to want to confirm that. I'm surprised, actually, you know, Star Wars Newsnet hasn't had like a DMCA takedown from Disney or anything like that, because Disney don't like no leaks. And this is a pretty big leak if that is the case. So what do I think of this personally? Do I think that this belittles the Book of Boba Fett on a whole? Because the point is, what you need to look at is what is this series for? You know, is this series to please the Boba Fett fans? Is this something which they've been... Because there are a lot of them. I mean, he's barely around, but yeah, there are a lot of Boba Fett fans. Is this something which is designed to please them? Or is this designed as a vehicle to continue the Mandalorian story? And I think actually realistically you need to look at it as a bit of both, right? But I do think that there will be some people who will look at this as potentially a negative, and they will look at it as potentially looking to belittle that focus on Boba Fett. But I also think if you're looking at the trailers, it looks like the focus is pretty much front and center there, and all we'll see is Grogu on the peripheral. And I think that that'll work. Because again, it wouldn't make sense narratively. It wouldn't work narratively to have Boba Fett meet Grogu again when Luke Skywalker has Grogu. It wouldn't work. Unless, of course, there's going to be a big standoff and, woo, you know, a big season finale. I don't know. But it just doesn't, it wouldn't make much sense to me there anyway. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. If you want to support the channel further, we've got some really, really cool Jasper-themed merch. You'll see it underneath the video. It's Christmas stuff. The Xenomorph ugly Christmas sweater got removed from Teespring because Teespring, again, they just suck peepees. They're like copyright. No, mate, silhouettes are not copyright. Shut up. But apparently silhouettes are copyright according to them. They're trademarked. They're not. So anyway, Jasper merch is all that we've got currently for Christmas. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Give the video a like and please do share it. Take care.